What is going on, Internet? Eric Bandholz back again with another amazing episode from Beardbrand Alliance. Hope all's going well on the other side of the Internet. I just got myself a Rattail haircut so that you don't have to. Let's talk about it. Alright, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I had been growing my hair out. Here's a couple of photos of the look as it was right before I cut it. If you subscribe to our barbershop channel, the Beardbrand channel, you would have seen my haircut, my cut loose. Yeah, you started it. Cisco's going to be known as the Rattail barber. With Carlos and Cisco, got it cut down to my current hairstyle, the Rattail. And I want to explain why I did this, what I think of rat tails. Are they going to be popular like mullets? Let's find out. So many years ago, I called the mullet being the next hairstyle that will be fashionable for guys to rock and wear. And I was right. Frankly, I nailed it. You can see mullets here and there, all different shapes and styles. Obviously, the Joe Dirt style mullet isn't exactly what I talked about. It was more of a kind of a modern mullet, similar to the style I'm rocking now, where it's, not super short on the sides, but that's the mullet. I got a mullet again. But I got a mullet with a rat tail. Now the rat tail, do I think the rat tail is going to come back in style? No. Frankly, no. I think the rat tail has been and will always be a niche hairstyle. I think it's going to be for people who, frankly, want to be slightly offensive to society, because by all measures, the rat tail is a terrible hairstyle, and it's exactly why I'm rocking it now. See, I have this weird desire and connection to want to do things that I'm not supposed to do. I guess I call it oppositional defiant disorder. I call it just being me. I don't want to fit in with a crowd. I don't want to do exactly what everyone else is doing, and I find slight enjoyment in upsetting and pissing people off. It's kind of weird, I know. If anyone else can relate to that, we get it. But for most of society, this kind of thought process blows their mind. Now, I've been creating content on men's grooming, hairstyle, beard styles for, a decade now. Almost over a decade, 11 years. And I like to try different things, and I've done a lot of different things. I've done the buzz cut, I've done the long hair, I've done the mullet, I've done the fade, I've done the side part, I've done the, kind of like Caesar crop, I've done spiky hair, I've done curtains when I was young, but I've never done a rat tail. So it's kind of Pokemon, I gotta collect them all. And going from a long haircut to a short haircut really affords you the ability to get that rat tail immediately. The reason I think a lot of people aren't going to do a rat tail is because you can't really grow one out. It's kind of hard to do. I mean, I guess you could, but the way to go to a rat tail is start with a long hairstyle, cut everything short except for the rat tail. Now, historically, the rat tail is going to be in the middle and kind of go down. Shia LaBeouf had this epic rat tail. Let's see if we get a photo here. And that was really kind of bold, almost it kind of borders into that Joe Dirt kind of vibe where everything is just out of proportion, ungainly, and in my opinion, kind of badass. Now, where I wanted to go, I don't feel like the center rat tail was my vibe, not exactly what I was looking for. And up until Sylvester, our community manager for the Alliance and the guy who films a lot of our barbershop content, he ended up getting a rat tail kind of right here. Not quite the center of the head, not quite the side, kind of the back quarter. And I thought that was a kind of interesting placement to have a rat tail. And for those who know Sylvester, he's dealing with receding hairline, so he pretty much has very minimal options. He's done a skullet before on our Beardbrand channel, and he's always open to it. So seeing him kind of break the ice, the rat tails, got me inspired. Now, I went with my left side is long. Let's take a look at this so you can see. You know, like if I was Jewish, Hasidic Jewish, I could like curl it up, and for a period of time I had both of them going when we're cutting it. But it is long. I mean, you can see it goes out to here. But when you tuck it behind the ear, you really, I mean, you can see it a little bit, but it kind of blends into the hairstyle. Like it's not, I feel like it's something you can kind of get away with, and only like the discerning eye is going to see it. And sometimes it gets like a nice little kind of curl to it. Sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of does its own thing. It has a mind of its own. And I don't know. It's just been, I've had this for about a week, 2 weeks now. I've really been digging it. I've been digging the rat tail, believe it or not. Now to pull off the rat tail, if you want to go for it, I do think like location is kind of where you need to think about having it. Like it doesn't have to be the traditional rat tail. If you want a traditional rat tail hairstyle, it is going to be that center portion. I like the side. I think it kind of looks nice. You'll see my haircut's not a fade, so it's got some length to it where it allows it to kind of blend in a little bit more naturally. And my goal is, ideally, I'd like to continue to grow the rat tail a little bit longer so it can kind of maybe rest to right about here. So another, I don't know, 5 inches or so. And so another year of growth on the rat tail. See how that goes. But the hairstyle, I do dig the mullet. I think like kind of the mullet style is a flattering style for me. And I think it's evolved over time. Over the years, it's become a more socially acceptable hairstyle, a more kind of like modern hairstyle that a lot of guys are rocking in different ways. I'm going to get a little nihilist with you, but at the end of the day, we're all going to die. And in 2 generations, your grandkids or especially your great-grandkids aren't really going to know who you are. They're not going to know about your adventures, journeys in life. No one's going to visit your tomb. So it's important to enjoy the life that you have now, to enjoy the present, and to do things that you find interesting. If that's growing a rat tail, by all means, do it. Figure it out. I mean, at the end of the day, no one's going to give a shit. No one really cares. So you have to do the things that you want to do in life. I mean, hopefully you guys have watched enough of my videos to realize that, like, our time is finite here. You know, we have limited time. We have to explore and challenge ourselves and experience life in ways. It is hard. Like, I'm addicted to my phone. I'm addicted to screens. I feel like it's handcuffing me to a certain degree and preventing me from doing, you know, remarkable things. But the rat tail is not a remarkable thing. It's just a hairstyle. But there are other things where I have to remind myself. And maybe that's what the rat tail is. It's like a reminder to myself that life is precious. Life is short. My health is limited. Eventually, I'm going to be old and frail, and or God forbid, I get into an accident or something happens to me and I'm incapacitated. You know, these are the moments that I have to live it. And I encourage you guys, if you're watching this video, if there are things that you want to do, start today to start building that plan for what you want to do, or not even building a plan, but doing the steps, taking the action that you need to do to get on the journey, and make sure that you take advantage of this really rare miracle of life. And it is like very unique that you come to this world and that you have this time on a very like incredible time where you can travel the world, you can communicate with people using technology, you can experience so many wonderful things that I don't want you to pass that by. Now, I wanted to wrap up this video with a little bit about what's going on at Beardbrand. If you've been following both our channels, the Alliance channel and the Beardbrand channel, or even the Shorts channel as well, you'll notice that our views are not getting the same that we used to have. We do not have the same engagement. You know, we did just pass 2 million subscribers, which is great, but it's not something is really fun to celebrate when your views and everything that comes along with the views drop. So we need to continue to figure out ways to create content that our audience enjoys. And I would love to be one of those creators where it's like, well, everyone's watching shorts now, or the YouTube algorithms change. And, you know, frankly, it's not true. Like, frankly, we're not creating the type of content that is engaging our audience. And we do have ideas for how we can produce the content better, but it's going to push us outside of our comfort zone. it's going to have us doing things that we've never done before. And frankly, that's scary. Some of our viewers may not like it. I think everyone will like it. I think it's like the next step, the next evolution, especially on our big channel. I think that's going to be really well regarded, but there's trade-offs to everything. So you'll have to be subscribed to see where it is. I don't want to say anything publicly or make any kind of commitments publicly in case, like things change or we have to make adjustments to it. But there will be adjustments to the big channel. And then on this channel too, like I've been creating content since 2012, and that's a long time to talk about hair and beard. And I would encourage anyone to think about if there's something in your life that you could say over and over and over and again for a decade, it gets pretty hard. So like me personally, I like my hairstyles. I do like variety and change. And that's always challenging with the YouTube algorithm to generate new types of content that may or may not resonate with the audience. And it's just tough. It's been a really tough year from a creative perspective, from a YouTube perspective. We've had some wins, of course, which has been nice, but not enough wins to form to our expectations, frankly. So expect some changes in 2024 with the content that we produce. Maybe some stuff will be similar or the same, but I just, I don't know, guys. The comment sections in the YouTube videos are a lot more quiet than I prefer. Like I love to get into the comments of my videos and read what thoughts you guys have and read about like what's going on and the things you like and don't like. But when they get quiet, it's hard for me to respond to that. It's hard for me to get inspired to create content when it seems like and it feels like, that the content I'm producing is not being loved. And I understand that it's not going to be loved, but like, give me that feedback. Tell me why it sucks. Tell me what you want differently. Tell me what kind of content that you're enjoying currently. It doesn't have to be in grooming. It could be in, automotive. It could be in science. So go ahead, comment some of your favorite creators across YouTube. And then I can get inspiration with like how they're producing the content and maybe be able to figure out a way to make their style work in our topic or, find our topic and create it in a different style. I guess that's the same thing, just said backwards and forwards. But anyways, I hope all is going well. And the other side of the internet, I hope your 2023 wasn't as challenging as mine. And I hope you're looking forward to 2024 and making that a banner year. As always, thanks for everything. Cheers. Keep on growing.